Hi, and I'm back, and this week I'm doing something a little bit more detailed than I'd usually do. Um, I know I've done a few like mini portraits before. I did the horror one for Halloween. I've done a Game of Thrones. This was originally going to be Walking Dead mini portraits, like with all the characters, but um, Daryl and Carol are my favourites, so I decided to just do them because I just ship them so hard, and I want it to be real. So yeah, I just drew Daryl Carroll, and also I just sort of want to do like a big portrait video for the channel, just to be like, I don't know, a bit more detailed and to see like other things than like Disney. I know I've been doing like quite a few challenges recently and stuff. So yeah, this is like an actual portrait. Well, two actual portraits, and yeah, I hope you like it. Basically, I always start off doing like a really rough sketch, mapping out like space, and then I do like a slightly more detailed sketch mapping out like the space of eyes and stuff, which is like down on the right now. That's like the second stage sketch. And then I'll start on the eyes. Well, start on one of the eyes and move around that basically. I used to like draw the face shape and like really like thickly do the sketch, but I always left myself with too little room inside the face, so I'd do like both the eyes and they'd be too small, I thought too big, and just so yeah, I found starting with one eye and working your way out was like the best stance. And yeah, I really like portraits. Usually I blend a lot more than I did on this one because I wanted it to be like obvious where the pencil lines were. Um, because usually like I really quite heavily blend. But on this one I didn't, and I think it looks cute. And yeah, um, it was over a few days because I kept like starting it and then leaving it and going back to it because like if I sit and try and do it all in one sitting, you get bored and you try to rush it. Like I've done that before, and I was really happy with the face, and then I'd just been sitting for too long, so I like quickly rushed the hair and it ended up terrible. So I kept leaving it and coming back. So yeah, that's why the light changes a few times during the video. Um, Favorite part of the drawing, I guess, I don't know. I hate hair. That's the worst part. I hate drawn hair. Anyone that loves drawn hair is a liar. An absolute liar. Because it's just terrible to draw. Especially blonde hair. If it's black, it's fine. You just got to colour in. But if it's blonde hair, you've just got a lot of work to do, and it's so irritating. So yeah. Also, Carol and Daryl both have quite short hair, so I was quite happy. And Daryl's is really dark, so it made it easier to draw. Um, yeah. So yeah. Um, I really want to do some more portraits on the channel if I have time because I go back to uni next week, so I'll have a lot less time to like do actual drawings. But over like summer, I'll be off for a long time, so I want to get some more portraits done then. So I thought this would be like a nice start. The reason I covered Carol up just now is because obviously left-handed, I would smudge it heavily, so I covered it up for the whole time doing Daryl. Um, and yet Daryl I wasn't as happy with Carol because I feel like I've never really looked at his face until I drew it. And his eyes are really weird. They're like really tiny little sunken eyes. But he was quite a difficult person to draw because he's got like quite an odd bone structure. Um, yeah, I used to think everyone was just the same to draw because I used to hate portraits. Like there weren't things I liked doing because I couldn't do them. But the more I've like tried and the more I've practiced, I've started to like get to the point where I can make a likeness with pretty much anyone now. But it's not always perfect, which is sort of what Daryl's like because the reference photo I used was like I had to try and find one quite high quality that when I zoomed in to see the detail, it wouldn't just go pixely. And the reference photo for this, he had blood all over one side of his face, but I didn't want to include that, so that's why the shading's not like as detailed as the Carol one. Um, but I was still happy with it. I still think it looked really good. I think the hair was really good. Go me for conquering Daryl hair. Um, what other things do I have to say? The only thing, usually I use like a really strong graphite pencil to do the dark sections, but the whole thing is done with like my mechanical pencil. I've got one blender um, there, and I've got like a sort of pencil, but it's actually a rubber, but you can sharpen it like a pencil, so you can get like a thinner erase. So yeah, them three things for the whole two portraits, which I was pretty happy with. Yeah, I'm coming into like final stages now. I can never, once I've done a portrait, I can never be bothered to do the clothes. I'm like, really, I've just done all this detail and now I've got to draw a button, really? But yeah, I tried on this one and like I sort of put some effort into clothes. What else? Yeah, I think I've just got hair left to do and then some like finishing touches and stuff. So that's pretty cool. If you like this video, please feel free to share and like and stuff, and watch some of my other ones. My horror mini portraits looked quite good. I'm still quite happy with them, so check that video out and comment who you'd like me to draw next or what you'd like me to draw next. It can be Disney or a challenge or people, and I'll add it to my list. And other than that, I don't have too much to say. I know it's been a longer video than I usually do, but I didn't want to like do it so fast that you couldn't see what I was doing at all. So this has been 7 minutes of me talking. Wow. But I will see you guys next week with whatever I feel like drawing. Bye.